I'm Ben.
And I'm Ben.
We're the countrymen.
We have the sun in our eyes.
That's why we're squinting.
We just hit Finland.
Now we're going to teach you about it. Let's begin with talking about the geography of Finland, and what better way to start than with its location. Finland is located in the European continent, more specifically the Scandinavian region, and it's bordered by three countries, Russia, Norway, and Sweden. Finland, with its northern geography, makes it pretty remote, and one of the most northernest countries in the world. The Baltic Sea is Finland's only access to the ocean, with Norway holding land just above them, blocking them from the Arctic Ocean. Their longest river is known as the Kemijoki, and is located in the north and is about 500 miles long. When traveling inside the country, you'll notice a lot of vast forests. This is because about 2/3 of Finland is covered in woodlands. Finland itself is a pretty flat country. However, parts of the Scandinavian mountain range do collide with its borders, making Mount Hatali the highest point at 4,000 feet up. As far as seasons go inside Finland, their longest season is winter. This lasts around 100 days and almost doubles in their northernmost and biggest region, Lapland. When planning a trip to Finland, I recommend going between July and early August. This is because they experience their warmest temperatures, with their lowest being towards early February.
To begin with, I'll give a brief overview of Finland's political presence. Finland is the 7th largest country in Europe and 66th overall in the world, with a population of 5.6 million residents. In order to maintain order in such a vast country, they have established a parliamentary republic within a representative democracy, which essentially means it has officials elected by the public, also known as parliament, who then elect the head of the government, or the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the most powerful person in Finland, and maintains his position through the trust of Parliament. Finland still has a president, though. The president is mainly a figurehead. They handle all foreign relations, excluding the EU, and is still commander-in-chief, meaning they control the military, and they would be the one who would declare war. Finland's greatest allies come from it being a part of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO for short. Finland is known to have one of the largest welfare systems in the world, which results in almost everyone in Finland living a comfortable life.
Now let's talk about the early history of Finland. The first people arrived around 9,000 years ago, with more coming later around 6,000 years ago, which included the Sami, who were the first indigenous people of the Scandinavian region. The Finnic people didn't arrive in the region until around the 8th century BC. Christianity became a prominent belief during this time. And around the 12th century, during the Viking Age, Finland established trading routes with neighboring countries such as Russia. This also led to conflict and fights over things such as belief and trade. Now moving on to Finland's modern history, you'll see it gets influenced by the countries around them. This begins with them becoming part of the Swedish Empire from the 1100s to the 19th century. They then become a part of the Russian Empire, and they then declare independence during the Russian Revolution in 1917. During the Second World War, Finland fights against the Soviet Union in the Winter War in 1940. They then fight against them again in the Continuation War, and then once the Second World War is over, they become independent but still suffer from Soviet influence. They join the UN in 1955, and when the Soviet Union falls apart, they join the European Union, and that's where we get to today.
I'll be honest, Finland has next to no famous people. However, they have a few people that have done some pretty cool things. To begin with is Linus Torvalds, who invented or created the Linux operating system, which is used in many computers today, known for its high speeds and security. Linus Torvalds is also a special case, as he made the Linux operating system free when it is estimated that had he charged for it, he would be one of the richest people on Earth. Next up is Claes Thunberg, a 5-time Olympic gold medalist. Claes only competed at 2 Olympic Games, but he dominated when he did. At his first Olympic Games, he won the most gold medals of any other athlete at 3 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. Lastly is Kimi Räikkönen, who is an extremely successful Formula One driver. Räikkönen won the Formula One World Championship back in 2007 and has also placed second twice and third 3 times. It should also be noted that Räikkönen has raced for the likes of Ferrari, McLaren, Alfa Romeo, Lotus, and Sauber during his 20-year career.
Now is a great time to talk about some fun facts about Finland. Finland, being one of the most northernest countries in the world, is a great place to view the northern lights, or revenlutet, which is their word for aurora. Finland is also known as one of the happiest countries in the world for 7 consecutive years, according to UN happiness reports. Finland also has around 190,000 lakes, which is one of the most out of any country. Their biggest is Saimaa, and another one, Nitokainen, is another lake which is shaped like Finland. It is man-made, however. If you're in Finland in August, you might want to check out a competition they host known as the Air Guitar World Championship, which, as you guessed it, is a competition where people go on stage and try to perform their best while playing an air guitar.
Finnish is, as you would expect, the most spoken language in Finland, at 85% of the population being able to speak it, while Swedish follows at being spoken by 5% of the population. The largest religion in Finland is the Evangelic Lutheran Church. This comes from the 11th century when Christianity swept the Baltic countries. However, prior to this, the most popular religion was ancient Finnish, paganism. The most popular sports in Finland include ice hockey, Formula One, horse racing, and soccer, or football, which is the most played sport in Finland. Finland's best sport is their ice hockey team, which won the World Championship in 2022 and has done so 3 other times. Finland, shockingly, has one of the largest information networks in the world, with over 300 newspapers and 2,100 magazines, with 95% of Finns reading the newspaper consistently. When it comes to food, Finnish food is almost all traditional and tends to be centered around oats, potato, fish, and meat. Oats can be found in foods like oat milk, porridge, and pulled oats. Wholemeal is often found in food as well, with the national food being ruslapia. Berries are also often found in foods, more specifically cloudberries and lingonberries. What you may find surprising is that Finland loves coffee, ranking second in coffee consumption per capita in the world. Furthermore, Finland has a very high milk consumption rate at 30 gallons a year per person. This leads to a 17% lactose intolerance rate, which is 4 times smaller than the world average. That's going to do it for our video on Finland. I really hope you enjoy and learn something new about all the various cultures and geographical facts about Finland. Thank you for watching.